Well, hello. Here we are once again to play a game. Well, the game that we all know and love. Yeah. So, what is it that this man here from Poland, or is it Indonesia? Indonesia. What is. Okay, so we got this F5 type of shit here, which is a little bit unique. And typically, I find that playing this kind of a move against this structure has generally been supposedly a good pawn structure to face. The deeper reasoning behind it is something I haven't really thought about much, to be honest. But yeah, and I personally like to play the knight to h3 with ideas of coming to f4 should the knight come here, for example. Then you would well, I don't know, it's more like after castling and you can fork something, so not relevant yet, but this is the kind of setup that I favor in this against this hedgehog type structure that this Indonesian has decided to play. The hedgehog is typically quite a robust, rock solid type of structure, and whenever playing against such a setup, you want to play really fast because it is going to be a time game. It's not going to be a game that ends in 20 moves or anything. It's going to take a while. It's going to be a grind. And because it's going to be a grind, you want to keep yourself in a healthy position on the clock for as long as you can. Now is a key kind of position here. Do I support this or I think I just got him. Just let him decide what he wants to do. Because if he takes it, then he is maybe losing a tempo, I would say, somehow. Yeah, so now this bishop, this knight would be in perfect time to come here right now, because then we would really stifle this move. But he's got a relatively simple queen push, which we can then knot in. So let's try that. Let's try to coax the queen push, knot him in, and then try to aim for this type of an angle. Okay, instead he is just pushed back right away. Fine. That I was okay with that because I thought maybe I could even reroute him back here. Now that my bishop is occupying this prime diagonal, the knight, which I originally had on h3 and would normally bring here, is unnecessary to do all that. So I can just put him right there instead. Or wait and see, if he tries to do something here. Yeah, so now I think the bishop should probably go off. And I'm even tempted to play this, to be honest. So he's going to be playing for this pawn break here, which means he'll try to get his knight there. And I think let's just kick him away. Coax a move which is somehow not optimal. Okay, I think that was the best move he picked. So he is going to be able to get this break in unless I go here and there or something. I don't know, but I gotta start playing a little bit faster now. It's gone down to the last minute or so. So I'm gonna have to keep this a little bit on the quicker side of play for a while. Okay. 1 minute 30 versus 4 minutes. We got a locked up game. I didn't follow my own advice about playing fast, but I'm the man. Okay, nobody mess with me. Nobody. Okay, so he thinks he's got me on the clock. I've got news for him. You don't. Okay, but that being said, I'm not liking how this position is starting to shape up. It's not really looking to go into my strong points here, and I think I might even be losing a pawn. So there's that. I've been a bit hustled here with this move, but this is interesting. Not really sure how to handle it, but I'm just gonna keep things pretty robust because this move, of course, invites the fork, so you can't quite do that. Pushing back is just like, what's the follow-up plan? Because I'm weakening this pawn also. There's ideas here. Of course, we could do this. We could try to maybe move the queen up there. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting spot, especially if you think about knight here. But of course, it's really, really well defended. So, but one of the other moves he might be considering is something like this. So that is definitely something to consider at some point. Yeah. We see his mind. It's clever play from him, all credit. But you see, by thinking ahead, you can play faster in these kind of situations. If you can anticipate difficult moves well, then it's very helpful to your cause, naturally. But now we're really threatening a deep fork here. So he's got to do something about it. He doesn't do anything explicitly because he had this in mind, okay? And we have to take it. And now what? Now what? Now what do we do? What do we do? I think maybe I've got to go for this side of the board, get the rook out to one of these spots. Interesting little quirky nick you get there. Okay, I've got to start playing a bit faster. We've got to break down the middle, go for this spot here instead. Okay, it's taking that off. Definitely struggling a bit in this game here on the clock. But we're gonna make it. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, man. I got this. I got this. Okay? Leave it to Papa. Okay, Papa takes care of business. I think I'm gonna get a bit in trouble right here, but yeah, whatever. Let's go here. This comes in. Really don't want to have to sacrifice a rook. That would not be a good situation. So clever choice from him is to play relatively slowly. That's let's say not a bad ploy strategically. I'm in a bit of trouble here, but we have this little bit of counterplay. And might start to get a bit messy now. Messy! Put this bishop to better use. Is really not doing much. Okay, let's just open him up. Open it up. Open it up. Oh, we have rook check here. We want to definitely keep the queen on the board. This is very juicy. This is very juicy. Maybe we don't have to even rush with the rook. We can dive in with the queen, maybe. But we got him down on the clock now. Got him under a lot of pressure. He's choking. Guess who's choking now? The clock's run out. Time's up. Just burn some time. Get a nice hot check in there. Yeah, he's starting to feel the heat. Boom. Very interesting little thing we got here at the end of it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I told you I would take care of business. Okay, don't tell me you doubted me. Don't ever tell me that. I don't want to hear it.